My wallet has been eating nicely so far in 2023, and up until today, we have added 5 more members to our credit card family, and that number is showing no signs of slowing down. But I still have to decide what my plans are for the end of this year, which I want to talk about in this video. Before going over those plans, let's introduce the new kids in class from this year. The first card that I picked up was the Chase Ink Business Cash, and I was really excited for this card, mainly for one reason. It's sign-up bonus. Usually this card comes with a sign-up bonus of 75,000 points after spending $7,500 in 3 months. And for a no annual fee card, that's already not that bad, especially considering that the Chase Sapphire Reserve usually only has a 60,000 point sign-up bonus, and that's not a no annual fee card. However, during the time that I applied, Chase gifted us with an all-time high 90,000 point sign-up bonus for only $6,000 worth of spend in 3 months. More points, less spend equals happy Chase. Not Chase the bank, but me, Chase, right? Anyway, that was a big reason why I got the cash card when I did. As a matter of fact, at the time of filming this video right here, I think Chase is offering the same 90,000 point sign-up bonus on both the Ink Business Unlimited and Ink Business Cash cards. So if you are in the market for one of those credit cards, then be sure to check out if the offer is still going on. But besides the sign-up bonus, why else did I want this card? The Chase Ink Business Cash has decent reward multipliers like 2% back at gas stations and restaurants, then 5% back at office supply stores, internet, cable, and phone services. Combine that with the fact that I get a higher credit limit than usual because it's a business card, and now all of a sudden I have 3 solid reasons to get this card. And on top of that, the credit utilization on this card does not affect my credit score. So I can max this card out all I want and not take a hit to my credit. Then of course, since I have the Chase Sapphire Preferred, I could take those points from my Ink Cash and use it to transfer out to travel partners. However, that was the only Chase card that I picked up so far this year because I moved on to the Amex Marriott Business card right after that. Pretty much 1 month after applying for the Ink Business Cash, that's when I applied for the $125 Amex Marriott Business card. I only got that card for one reason, and let's see if you could try and guess why I got it. Was it because it comes with a free night award at Marriott's every anniversary year at a redemption level at or below 35,000 points? Was it because of the reward multipliers of 6x points at Marriott, 4x points at US gas stations, telephone services, and shipping purchases? Or was it because of the 15 Elite Night credits that would go towards Marriott status? Surprise, surprise, but I got this card simply for the Elite Night credits because I am aiming to hit Titanium status sometime in next year in 2024. For Marriott loyalty status, you could only use up to 2 credit cards max to go towards your Elite Night credits. 1 card has to be a personal card and 1 card has to be a business card. So if you have, 3 personal Marriott cards, only 1 of them will actually be eligible to give you Elite Night credits. Or if you have 2 Marriott business cards and 2 Marriott personal cards, only 1 of each will count towards status. That's why I added another Marriott card to my wallet later in the year, which we'll talk about soon. But the real bummer of these Marriott cards, whether with Chase or with Amex, is that you don't receive the first free night award until your first anniversary date. After that, you will receive a free night award every year that you hold onto this card. It's just that for year 1, you just won't get the full value of a card like this. I know the Amex Marriott Business card comes with Marriott Gold status and a 7% Marriott room rate discount as well, but I haven't really used those benefits quite yet. And actually, I probably won't ever use the Gold status benefit since my Amex Platinum card already provides me with that. By this point of time, it's about halfway through the year and I still don't own a 2x back catch-all card. I have the Chase Freedom Unlimited and the Chase Ink Business Unlimited, so that's why I decided to get the Amex Blue Business Plus. Admittedly, the sign-up bonus at the time was pretty trash, like 15,000 Amex points, but it did come with a 0% APR intro offer for the first 12 months, which is always nice. There's not much more to say about this card besides it earns 2x back on everything. Like, it literally just has one job, basically. Doesn't affect my credit score, once again, because it's a business card and it has a higher credit limit, also because it's a business credit card. But this is where things got, I guess, sketchy after I was approved for that card. So back when I got my Marriott Business card, that's when I decided that I wanted to chase Marriott Titanium status. That is like my quest. That is like my goal for next year. It is my entire life goal. That is my meaning of life in 2024 is to get Marriott Titanium status. Anyway, that Marriott Business card fulfills the Marriott Business card slot for elite night credits. So I still had to find a personal Marriott card that I could use to get the most amount of elite night credits that I possibly could. The card that I ended up going with was the Marriott Brilliant card that gave me 25 elite night credits. But it was such a pain to get this card. Some of you might already be familiar with the situation already, but this is when I found out I was in Amex pop-up jail. Amex pop-up jail basically limits you from receiving a sign-up bonus on an Amex card because they think you're trying to game their system. And as you probably already know, if a card will give you a sign-up bonus, dude, you have to get that sign-up bonus. To make this pop-up jail situation more of a headache, the Marriott Brilliant card had a limited all-time high sign-up bonus that was going to end in like a week. I made a whole separate video walking through exactly what I did to, get out of Amex pop-up jail, but thankfully I was able to get past the whole pop-up jail message the same day that I received it in the first place. But back to the main story now. With both of my Marriott cards, the Marriott Business and the Marriott Brilliant, I would now have 40 elite night credits without stepping foot or sleeping in a Marriott. And to get Titanium status, we need 75 elite nights. To close the gap, I need to stay 35 nights in a year, which might seem like a lot for some people, but that's the closest we could possibly get with just using credit cards. However, the Amex Brilliant card has so much more to offer besides just elite night credits. That card also gives me an annual $300 dining credit, which is unfortunately broken down into $25 monthly increments. Although this card or this credit does get triggered at any restaurant, so I mean, it's really easy to use. But the two biggest benefits that are much better than the dining credit that really move the needle in the favor of this card are the free night certificate and the automatic Marriott Platinum status. Unlike the free night certificate on the business card, this one is good at Marriott's with a redemption level of 85,000 points or less. That will easily get a free night at hotels that usually costs like $400 to $500 in cash per night. And the cherry on top is the automatic platinum status that can give me free breakfast, free suite upgrades, and Marriott lounge access. And here's a question that I want to ask you. If you have experienced Marriott platinum status, how was it? Like, did you get those free upgrades often? I know in the United States, it's harder to get those upgrades as opposed to international, but let me know. Or, did you like the lounge access? Or better yet, if you've tried Hilton Diamond status or Hyatt Globalist status, which one do you like the best? But getting the Brilliant card really set up what I want to do for the end of the year and for next year in 2024, which we will go over after I talk about the Built card, which was the last card that I applied for so far. As you may have already guessed, the Built card is my rent payment card, and I applied for this card on the same day that I applied for the Amex Brilliant card. Applying for two cards in the same day is doable, just so you know. But the Amex application was a soft pull because I already am an existing Amex card holder. However, the Built card did do a hard pull. So here's a warning about applying for two cards in the same day because I've seen some misunderstanding about this topic before. If you already are an Amex personal card holder, then new applications will only be a soft pull. However, most other issuers do hard pulls for their applications, even if you are an existing card member. So if you apply for two cards that do hard pulls, then you will have two separate hard inquiries on the same day. Just because you do two hard pulls in one day doesn't mean that it will be combined or consolidated into just one hard pull since it's in the same day. So back to the Built card. This card is amazing. It's a no annual fee card with no foreign transaction fees that earns 1x points on rent, gives you 2x on certain travel purchases, and 3x on dining. As of right now, it's the only credit card that earns points on rent, so it's almost a no-brainer for those who currently do rent. In fact, I would say it's worth taking a Chase 524 slot for. The Built card also allows you to send points to travel partners like Hyatt, United, Turkish, and more. I've only had this card for about 2 months now, so I haven't used any of the points, but setting this card up for rent payments is super easy, and the Built app is actually really clean looking and nice to use. With all of those cards picked up this year, what can I possibly do next? Well, further down the road, I want to get the Chase Ritz-Carlton card. However, I won't be able to get that card for at least 3 years from now. Since I got the sign-up bonus from the Amex Brilliant card, I actually need to wait 24 months to receive a sign-up bonus from a Chase Marriott card. Fortunately, that's just like a weird Marriott rule that we can't do anything about. Doesn't matter if one card is from Chase and the other one is from Amex, so it's kind of a big buzzkill. And I do need a Chase Marriott card because the only way to get the Ritz-Carlton card is by product changing a Chase Marriott card after having that card for 1 year. So with that said, what can I go for next? Well, there are actually 3 or maybe 4 cards that are on my radar, and I'll list them in no particular order. The first card would be the Chase World of Hyatt. I already have a Hilton card, already have Marriott cards, so I want to get a Hyatt card. For me, the main point of having this card is for the free anniversary night and automatic Hyatt Discover status. I do not stay at Hyatts very often at all. I probably have only been in one maybe a few times in my life, I think. I've always been either just a Hilton or Marriott fanboy. Like, you can't just beat their footprint. Yes, people make the argument that Hyatt points are worth, this much, and Hyatt treats you better and Hyatt is nice, whatever, etc. But I can't experience any of that if there's not a Hyatt in my area or in the area that I want to be in. And I don't want to stay in some inconvenient place all the time just for those things alone. Sure, Hyatt would make a great once a year or every so often getaway trip or something, but for most of my stays, I'm in a Hilton or Marriott. I also might wait on this card unless it has a solid sign-up bonus because I want to focus on staying at Marriott's a lot more for at least the next year. I want to prioritize staying at Marriott's because, again, trying to get Titanium status. Another wacky card that I'm thinking about getting is the City Costco card. That's just because I like to get my gas from Costco, so this would literally just be a pure Costco gas card. Like, even at Costco itself, I would use my Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card because I want Chase points instead of cash back, even though the Business Unlimited will earn 1.5% versus the 2% on Costco purchases with the City Costco card. The City Costco card will also just raise my overall credit limit, which is never a bad thing. The only thing that I'm concerned about, and I'm still like on the fence about, I guess, is this card worth taking up a Chase 524 slot? I mean, still up for debate. The other 2 cards on my wish list are the Capital One Venture X and the Capital One Saver One. Honestly though, Capital One might reject my application right now since I've got too many credit cards recently, and Capital One is a little sensitive with how many cards you own or opened recently. Low-key, I kind of regret not trying to apply for the Venture X sooner, like when it first released and it had that first introduction sign-up bonus. Back then, I really had my mind focused on Amex cards and completing my Chase trifecta. The Venture X should be an easy card to justify every year because of the anniversary points and the $300 travel credit. But I'm like kind of hurt that the Priority Pass benefit that comes with this card no longer supports Priority Pass restaurants. Maybe I'll be happy to use it for the Capital One lounges instead, perhaps, if I'm ever in the area. The Saver One really would just be an experimental card for me since personally, I really love the Amex Gold card. The Saver One is kind of the diet version of the Amex Gold, except some people prefer or even need diet over regular, just like how some people prefer or need the Saver One over the Amex Gold. For a no annual fee credit card, the Saver One really is solid. 3% cashback on dining, entertainment, streaming services, and at grocery stores without foreign transaction fees. Like, come on, man, what else can you ask from a no annual fee card? As a matter of fact, I have this video here that goes over exactly why the Capital One Saver One would beat the Amex Gold card. That wraps up my credit card plan for 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching. All right, shoot.